What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Here we go. We're back again for another weekly book review. I know I missed last week, but it was only because the book I was finishing up had a lot of similarities to the book that I was going to review previously. And as I was reading, I was like, let me finish this one up so that way I can give you guys two book reviews and just understand how I'll just get this started early. Success leaves clues. It really is not a challenge. It's a challenge because it's about execution, but all the people that we look at as really, really successful people really have the same mentality. They have the same mentality. It's just a matter of diving in and doing the work. All right, so let me just get to the book review. First one, book review number 1, Simon Sinek, Start with Why. Now, as I get into this, I want you to use your imagination for a second. I want you to use your imagination. If any of you guys out there have done laundry before, I'm sure everyone listening to this has done at least one load of laundry. When you take your clothes out of the dryer, what happens? You go and smell it first. You're like, it's fresh. You don't look to see if it's actually clean. All right. And that's a lot of things that he talks about is, look, people buy feelings. They buy off a feeling. They buy off instinct. I'll give you another example. Actually, my first job was not my first job. Well, my first job out of high school, after I graduated high school, I worked at this health club named Washington Sports Club. And I was there for about a year, and one of my colleagues, his name was Ben. He was a white boy. He's a white boy who would rap. He was a rapper, a rapper white boy, which was always a challenging thing, especially working in the environment that he was pretty much the only white boy that worked there. He grew up in Bethesda, so it was very difficult for him to get respect as a rapper, right? So there was one day at work where, I don't know, he was just bored, and he just had this idea to come up with t-shirts and try to, in his mind, he was thinking about designing certain t-shirts, stuff like that, whatever it was. I don't know. It was just something that hit him. And he kept asking everyone in the gym, hey, do you know what the 4 elements of hip hop are? Do you know what the 4 elements of hip hop? Nobody knew what the 4 elements of hip hop was. And he went to Boubacar, who was like our top sales guy. And Boubacar, he goes, hey, Boubacar, do you know what the 4 elements of hip hop are? And then Boubacar's like, no. And then Ben looks at me, he's like, God, nobody knows what that means. And then Boubacar looks at Ben and he goes, you study this stuff. You study hip hop. We feel it. You know what I'm saying? And that's my point. Like, that is my point. We buy feeling. You buy things based on how you feel. This book right here, highly, highly, highly recommend you get a copy of this if you are trying to get your products and your business to take off to the next level. I'm going to just show you chapter 3, the golden circle. This is how it starts. Why, how, what? You have to know why you're doing something. Then the how comes, and then the whatever it is you're selling. So for me, I'll use myself as an example. Why I started doing the work I'm doing is because I wanted players to have a way of controlling the recruiting process. I wanted them to have a gym that they can always go to and, get a legitimate opportunity to get recruited. That's it. There's no money involved. There's nothing. It's just, if I'm a player, I'm going to go to the gym to get myself better. Period. Then Gym 44, the how, Gym 44 started to come. Then the what, all right, what are they learning at Gym 44? They're going to learn how to box, they're going to learn how to dance, they're going to learn all sorts of things that are going to make them better athletes in general. See how it started? It started with the why. Just want a place that players can work out. The how you're going to do it, what's the system, that's what Gym 44 is, and all those kinds of things. And then the what are they going to learn when they get up in there? Very, very important. I'll show you the example again. Why, how, then what. Now, the second book, the one that I had to include, Power Shift. Well, you know this guy, Power Shift, the Shark Damon John. Just get to, he talks a great deal. Let me just break down the chapters for you. And I'm not going to break down the chapters. I'm just going to show you page 25. Look at that. Says it right there. He breaks down this power shift into 3 parts. It is First, you have to make an impression. Second, you got to make a deal. Third, you got to make a connection that lasts. Same things. Success leaves clues, guys. These are people from two opposite sides of the world, and they're thinking the same way. In fact, I'll just read a passage for you here. Page 34. Now all of this power of why business is not original. Not original to me. I might have embraced the concept a long time ago without even realizing it, but I didn't use this terminology. I had heard this concept a few times before, but it wasn't until I heard a TED Talk by Simon Sinek that I started to think like this. The way he framed it helped me jumpstart this conversation with myself in a whole new way. He went on to write a great book on this subject called Start with Why. I am not making this up, guys. I'm not making this shit up. I'm telling you, it's right here. If you want to be more, all right, let me just keep going. And when I read that, I got even more clarity on what was driving me. Here's my favorite line from that TED Talk. People don't buy what you do. People buy why you do it. Here it is. Power shift. Damon John. Make an impression. Make a deal. Make a connection that lasts. Simon Sinek. Start with why, then the how, and then the what. Listen to me. I'm telling you. I know I can get really passionate. I know I can really get going on these things. But the importance of these kinds of people, the understanding that these folks who we look at, just like I said before, these folks who we look at that are widely successful are human. There's no reason why you and I cannot achieve and accomplish all the things that they've accomplished. As long as you have your why in your head on every single transaction, every single thing you do, you got to have it in your head why you're doing it. If you start focusing on what and the how and all that other shit, everything's gonna get blown up. You will lose absolutely everything. Trust me, I've been there. I've lost my car. I went bankrupt. I've lost everything at one point. And it's because I was so focused on the what and the how I was gonna do things. My why got lost in the process. Any of you guys listening in now, whatever you're doing in life, do not lose sight of your why. Remember that story. Remember that thing I told you about, when you take your clothes out to dry, you smell it. You don't even look to see if the clothes are clean. You go and you smell it to feel that refreshing feeling. People buy the feelings. They will buy why you do it. Focus on your why. I'm going to say it again. Focus on your why. Woo, man, I just get so pumped when I see stuff and I hear stuff like that. It's incredible to understand the realities and how success leads schools. Those were the same. Anyway, back to you guys. Appreciate all the support. I have some huge announcements coming up. This is, again, life won't be the same coming once August starts. I'm telling you, life won't be the same. There's a lot of new things happening, and it would not have been able to happen without the support of so many of you guys, so many people that I've met along this journey. Florida was rough transition, not knowing anybody here and having to work certain jobs and do certain things and connect and network. So all the people that I've met to this point, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna make a lot of people probably. I have a lot of appreciation for the folks who have helped me along this journey, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm not stopping. It's just a proud moment. It's a proud moment because there's a lot of good things coming down the pipeline, and I'll just leave it at this: hard work pays off, people. Hard work pays off. Appreciate everyone. I'll give you more details about a lot of things I'll be doing as we go along the process, as I'll announce the season 2 of Move Swiftly is coming up soon. More book reviews, more solo episodes, more speaking engagements, more books coming out. Just overall, more things jumping off. We ain't stopping. Make it move! I'm telling you. All right. For everyone else, again, appreciate you. Continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.